Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing Thursday. And a quick little update for you all. Tesla just isn't performing the way that I don't want to say we anticipated. It's amazing. It's up 4%, nearly 4% on the day. But what I want to talk about is today's just not the day where we're going to make a killing off of it because it's making higher highs and higher lows. Kind of like what we experienced 2 days ago when Tesla pushed up 20%. It's not that I anticipate and always want 20%. Well, of course we do. Who doesn't, right? But it is consolidating right now. And this is what I kind of picked up on where, some days are, of course, greater to trade than others. And yes, I do mean that, right? And when it comes down to investing, you need to also understand when does it make the most sense to add more to your position size and when are you experiencing signs of a resistance in which would motivate me to maybe not take such a heavy position to potentially anticipate a pullback. And one of the things that we continue to experience since the pre-market session is the resistance level at $700. If you're part of the Learn Plan Prof group, we talked about this during the live trading session today at Market Open, and you guys can see that just like almost every single day this week, Tesla starts off very strong, and then it pulls on back, and then it kind of consolidates or kind of gets rejected throughout the remainder of the day. It's great. I mean, it's a step in the right direction that Tesla is not selling off. Tesla is not making lower lows, which is amazing. It's up 3%, which pretty much just recovered a little bit more than what it lost yesterday. I think yesterday it ended up being down a little bit less than 1%. So it's amazing. I'm not complaining, but you just have to understand what days are actually worth trading the stocks that you're trading because the direction is in your favor. Today is just simply a day where I was like, okay, Tesla gapped up, but it's not really doing much at these levels, right? If I was a day trader and I'm looking at it at these levels, it's just not really doing much. So it is not worth my time, right? Because I can set alerts, and if it continues to trade within this channel, it's just not worth my time to try to scalp this when the margins are not that great overall big picture. I would rather wait for a significant drop or a break of a resistance so I can add more to my position size or buy more at lower levels. And that's the whole thing that I'm trying to express when it comes down to Tesla itself. One of the other things that I want to talk about is, did you see that the correlation between Tesla and /NQ and /ES, which is the NASDAQ future and the S&P 500 future, the correlation is not really there anymore, where it's kind of there for maybe the S&P 500, which is /ES, where we're showing signs, a lot of signs of consolidation, but Tesla's kind of just struggling today in following the overall market. There's certain news that's being released right now with Tesla itself, which is, I think that's something that might be having an influence on it. But when it comes down to /NQ, you guys have seen it for the past 2 weeks. Every time the NASDAQ market would sell off, overall tech, Tesla would follow. But today it's very different. NASDAQ today within itself is actually doing pretty good. It's been making some higher highs, higher lows. If you guys go to the 2-day 5-minute chart, you can see that we have exceeded yesterday's highs. But if you go to the 2-day 5-minute chart for Tesla, that's not the case, right? Tesla is at $785 a share, where the overall high is yesterday, and today we're still struggling to hold above $700. So just make sure, right? Because we've been talking a lot about the correlation between the overall NASDAQ market, which has a huge focus on tech, and how Tesla closely follows it, that correlation just isn't there anymore. So I just wanted to make sure that I do my part in simply updating you guys on how it's been going. I'm not, and again, please take into consideration the dollar amount that I have invested. Please take into consideration that I have been scalping it for the dollar amount that I am up. I'm not complaining about how much I'm up by any means, right? Yesterday was an absolute blessing. The day before, I was up $195,000, and today alone, I'm up a little bit over $54,000, and my average purchase price continues to increase. If you guys remember, my average purchase price was $588 when Tesla was still selling off. But one of the things that I've been doing is I'm averaging up and I'm buying more and I'm selling more as it becomes overbought. So my average purchase price continues to change, and I'm really enjoying it, right? So if you continue to put your money in something that's slowly increasing in price, then your average purchase price to you shouldn't matter so much as long as you know you're doing your part in taking advantage of the opportunities, both big picture and intraday. I want to explain something super quickly, and people continue to ask me, how is it that I'm both day trading and swing trading Tesla? I'm not saying that this is how you should do it. I'm simply explaining the way that I'm approaching the way that I'm trading Tesla. So I'm always holding at least 1,000 shares of Tesla. Just use that as an example. I'm always holding 1,000 shares overnight. Sometimes I might hold a little bit more. But when it comes down to my day trades, I try to identify resistance levels and support levels, so overbought levels and oversold levels, and I will day trade with the rest, potentially with another or additional 1,000 shares, so 2,000 total. So depending on how oversold it is, depends, and how much we have of a confirmation of a reversal will kind of determine how aggressive I go in on Tesla when it comes down to that day trading portion. It is all bunched together, so that is why my average purchase price continues to change and my overall P&L in the open continue to change. But again, not focused on that myself. My biggest focus is just doing my part in staying well balanced. Do I think that this is the best for everyone? Of course not. It is simply me doing my part in both taking advantage of a stock that I see long-term value in, that I'm comfortable holding with those original 1,000 shares. And on top of that, Tesla does fluctuate in price from overall lows of 680, let's just say that, to overall highs of nearly 700. That's 3%. You guys might be saying 3% is not that much. We'll do the math. 1,000 shares of 3%, it's a couple dollars, right? And as long as I can do my part in selling at the highs, leaving enough buying power to buy the lows once it indicates signs of a reversal, and then selling the highs back up, I can make just a couple more dollars because of the dollar amount that I can trade with and as well as swing trade with. So it's just me doing my part to stay well balanced. Would I recommend it for everyone? Of course not. There's so many different ways, and I've said this, I feel like I sound like a broken record, but there's so many amazing ways on how to approach the stock market and still get that same end result of making money. And all I ever want to encourage you to do is to not be afraid to test new things. And it doesn't mean you test new things with a lot of money, right? When you're testing new things, it's practice, trial and error. If you want to do it with paper trading, simulation trading, or with a smaller dollar amount, do your part in simply getting a little better every day over a long period of time to, again, end up leading to big results. So I really do appreciate your guys' time. Wanted to update you guys on kind of where I'm at right now. So I have a little bit over 1,600 shares. As Tesla approaches $700, you can kind of guess that I'm going to load off on my shares. I'll probably sell about 500 of them. If it breaks above 700, then I will add more. And you are correct. I will load off on my shares at these higher levels because of the resistance level, but you are correct. If it continues to indicate signs of an uptrend and it begins to make higher highs, then I'll jump back in. All I'm doing is making sure that I do my part based off previous patterns to load off based off previous resistance levels to prepare. No one can predict the future. All we can simply do is prepare. And I feel like I've been doing a decent job. I guess you can kind of just let me know in the comment section. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I wish you guys nothing but an amazing rest of your Thursday and overall Friday. I'm flying out to California, so I guess I'll see you guys there. If you guys want to join us for tomorrow's live trading session, make sure you click the second link in the description. I hope that it earned your thumbs up. I upload new videos every single day. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.